Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll be learning formulas and functions in Excel. In our previous video, we learned data entry and formatting. In today's video, we'll be learning formulas and functions. We are doing a series using Excel for data analysis. Excel is a spreadsheet application mostly known for formulas and calculation. But in this class, we'll be learning the basic formulas needed for carrying out your analysis. In Excel, you can carry out calculations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And the symbol for addition is the plus sign, subtraction is the negative sign, multiplication is a star sign, and division is the slash sign. To start any calculation in Excel, or to write any formula in Excel, you use the equal to symbol. When you use equal to symbol, then you can carry out the calculation or write out your formulas. So we want to add 10 and 20. So I write 10 plus 20. I click on the enter button and it gives us 30. Beautiful. Now this method is called the hard code method. What I did, let's look at the formula bar. I did equal to 10 plus 20. If we are to use the cell reference method, let's try that out. It is equal to, I go to this cell, click on 10, and then I use the plus sign, and I click on 20. And I press my enter. You see, it gives us 30. They gave us the same thing. This first method I used 10 plus 20, and this other method I use cell B3 plus B4. So let's change the numbers. We don't want to use 10 anymore. We want to do 20 plus 20. I come here, which is cell B3, and I change 1 to 20. Voila. So now you observed that in the hard code it still remains 30, but in the cell reference it changes to 40. This is to tell you that if you update your data, it won't take effect if you code it. If you had coded your formula, a better way to carry out calculation is using the cell reference. Thereby, if there's change in any of the numbers or the cell or the figures, it automatically updates. Now, say our salary column is from cell C4 to cell C23. If you are to add all of the salary from cell C4 to cell C23, go about it this way. Equal to, remember you must start with equal to whenever you want to write a formula. 500, which is cell C4 plus cell C5 plus cell C6 is going to take a whole lot of time before we would calculate from C4 to cell C23. Now, how do we go about it? This is where we use, and this is why we use Excel function instead. We've been employed as a data analyst to analyze IB and K Limited managers data sets. Key things we want to find out is the grand total of salary, the average salary, the highest salary, the lowest salary, total number of managers, the fifth highest salary, and the second lowest salary. For us to carry out all of these calculations, we are going to be using Excel functions. We have several Excel functions, so we'll be treating the basic and the most useful Excel function. To carry out the grand total of all the salary, the function we are going to be using is the sum function. You start with your equal to and write sum. You see, when I type the sum, a list of functions appears, and this is called intelligence, giving you suggestion on what to do, and this gives you an explanation of what each of these functions does. The sum function says it adds all the number in a range of 0, exactly what we want to do. So we'll do equal to sum. I click on my tab key to enter the function. The first argument, it takes in two arguments, which is the number 1 and number 2. Whenever you see this square brackets over any of the arguments, it means it's optional. So this square brackets tell you that number 2 is optional while number 1 is compulsory. Let's carry out the calculation. Equal to sum. Remember we said using cell reference is better off instead of using hard coding. So let's use cell reference to highlight all the cells we want to add. From cell C4 to cell C23, and I close my bracket and click on enter. The grand total is 11,030,000 naira. Alright, to get the average salary, we do equal to, remember the function average, click on your tab key, the same thing from cell C4 to cell C23. I close my bracket and click on enter. What is the highest salary that is being paid in IB and K Limited managers? To do that, we do equal to, the function we are going to be using is the max. Cell C4 to cell C23, and I close my bracket. Alright, to get the lowest salary, we do equal to mean, click on my tab and say cell C4 to cell C23. So how manager, I want to know the total number of managers we have. We can use the count function and the count a function. So I just want to bring this out. Now what does the count function do? So we do equal to count of the managers, and I close my brackets. You see, we get 0. Then if I use count a equal count a for A23, I close my bracket. We have 20. We calculated the same column, but we're getting different results. Now what count does is count the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. So this particular range contains text, so it sees it as 0. Why count A counts both numbers and text. So let's try it on this salary column to calculate total number of managers we have and see the difference. I'll do that under here. Equal to count from C4 to C23. I close the bracket. 20. C4 to C23. 22. So you see, for you to use the count function, your range of cell has to be numbers. Why the count? A count both numbers and text. We have another question here. We want to know the fifth highest salary, who equal to largest. So the function is largest. Now they're asking for array. Array has to do with a range of numbers. So C4 to C23, comma, what K is saying is, okay, so what number of largest do you want to find? Or what number of highest do you want to find? I want to find the fifth highest. I close the bracket. I close the bracket, and it gives us the fifth highest salary. To get the second lowest salary, equal small the array from cell C4, C23, comma 2. Now we will go into the next function, which is the if function. The if function checks a condition and gives a result if it's true, another result if it's false. So in this table here, we want to check the score. Anybody's score that is less than equal to 50 failed the test. Anybody that the score is higher than 50 passed the test. To the if function, the logical test. So it's asking us for the logical test. So what is the logical test? The logical test is if the score, which is 93, is less than or equal to 50, comma. So if this is true, if the score is less than or equal to 50, we'll say you failed. But if it's greater than or equal to 50, you passed. and we'll close our bracket and click on enter. So it says that Claire passed. We'll get this cross sign and double click. It told us Claire passed, Julie passed, Max failed because Max is 50. So remember, the condition is if it's 50 and below. So that's why Max failed. Then Ben passed and Courtney failed. Thank you for joining today's class. I hope you learned something new today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.